Hello everyone, today we are going to hopefully fix a faulty GFCI that's currently attached to my saltwater system for my Intex above ground pool. I have a pump over here and the filter right here, and essentially what happened was we came back from vacation and there was a big rainstorm. We went swimming, the pump was running. I noticed that the saltwater system wasn't running. So upon further investigation, I looked at the GFCI, and I'll unplug it here. What we have here is the GFCI that's attached to the saltwater system. And if you notice that the rubber guards that go over the reset and the test button, those are gone. So something or someone chewed these off, hopefully something. And it's probably my dog. And what I suspect is that it allowed water to get in there and essentially caused this to malfunction and not work anymore. So if you plug this in, nothing will happen. So before I even go, I'll just hit reset. And normally you'd hear these click as the GFCI is working, but nothing is happening. So when I plug this in and press these, nothing happens. I try to turn on my saltwater system, turn the power switch on. I get no response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this GFCI switch with one I ordered on Amazon. You can check the description below. I will provide the exact GFCI I ordered, and essentially I looked at this one, looked at all the specs on it. It says it's 60 hertz, 15 amp, 125 volt AC. So I'm just going to cut this wire, and the GFCIs that you can buy for the replacements, what they do is they usually just unscrew right here at the base. So you just cut the wire, strip the wires down, and then place them right into that GFCI, and it should work. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to go get the other GFCI. We're going to look at it. I'm going to install it, and then we're going to put it back in the system, and hopefully that has fixed our saltwater system that's not turning on. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back with the replacement GFCI that I ordered off Amazon. I think it was about 10 bucks. I'll put the product link in the description. It is an affiliate link. I don't really make any money. It's just to collect the cents that I earn from a purchase, and it helps me to make videos and buy things like a tripod for my camera. So this is it. It's a Tower GFCI, ordered from Amazon. Let's go ahead. I haven't opened it up yet. I just got home from work. So I'm gonna open this thing. Looks like this is the base we were talking about with some screws, so we're gonna need that. And then this is the actual GFCI itself. And as you see, it's got 3 stations there for the different wires. And it says LGN, Lima Golf November. So essentially, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this off, strip the wires down. The new wires will be put in here, hooked right up, screwed on, put the lid on. This looks all like waterproof rubber, so that's a good gasket seal there, so that way this doesn't happen again. And screw it on, plug it in, turn it on, and hopefully it works. So let's get to cutting this one. But before we do that, let's look at the instructions real quick, just to make sure it shows what wires go to what, and it does. So it says black wire to the gold screw marked L, white wire to the silver screw marked N as in November, and green wire to the green screw marked G as in golf. So let's do it. I'll be back. I got to get some wire strippers and some scissors. Okay, I'm back with the tools that we're gonna need. I have a wire stripper. I have this lock wire pliers, and that's for the cutting portion of those pliers. And just in case, I have a kitchen knife. So all these things will be, I'll provide a link to all these in the description, including the kitchen knife. These kitchen knives are really good. This is Chicago Cutlery. I ordered them on Amazon. I had a problem. One broke about a year after I bought them, but they claimed a lifetime warranty. So I went on the Chicago Cutlery website and contacted them via email, and believe it or not, they sent me a brand new pair of knives. I think it was like a 13 knife set, real nice set. It was like a 200 bucks or something. They sent me a replacement, and they didn't even want the old one, so I kept the old one, and I have a whole replacement knife set just because one of the tips broke off when I was cutting something. So anyways, Chicago Cutlery, recommend highly. and they're really nice. Okay, so there is no power to this because this isn't plugged into power. So here we go. I'm going to cut this. Again, real quick, is I noted, you know, instead of replacing the whole unit, which it costs I think about 160 bucks, I ordered it off Amazon. I did not get a warranty with it, which, you know, the Assyrian plan, which maybe I should have. But anyways, so hopefully this fixes this. And it was only a $10 piece. So without further ado, I'm going to cut this wire. These might not, oh, there we go, it's cutting it. Alright, I cut the wire, and if you see in there, there's a black, a white, and a green wire, so that's good. So now I'm actually going to use a knife to remove some of this plastic in a manner that's going to cut away from me, so I don't stab myself. Okay, here we are. Got my 3 wires exposed. Before I strip them, I just kind of wanted to show you how much room I've left. And it's about 1.5 inches, looks like. So I've been measuring it just enough to go in for me to attach these to the terminals and then to seal it up. So, like I said, it's about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to strip them about 1/4 inch. What is it? Come over here. Okay, now that I have these stripped, I'm gonna twist the ends, the copper line, and I'm going to take my screwdriver and loosen these terminal ends here. If I can. Yep, there we go. Oh wait, maybe not. It looks like they're reverse threaded. Huh, that's kind of weird. Oh, they're already all the way loose. That's what it is. So they come all the way loose in there, and then you're supposed to tighten them after you put the wire in. So I guess I'll put that back up. Okay, there we go. So now the grommet is installed. The wires are in. Retwist them up. And then remember, it's black, green, white. Yes? The cat's in there somewhere. I'm loosening all these screws back up, terminal posts. Alright, I want to make sure. Okay, so there they are. I have the grommet not fully engaged in this little seat there, so and I can adjust that, I think, later. Alright, so all the wire leads are against their terminals. I'm going to screw each one down again. Black, green, and then white. And once I get them screwed down, I'm going to tighten again, just to make sure they don't accidentally wiggle loose. Okay, so there you go, that's on there. This cable clamp is the next piece that needs to hold down these cables here. And it looks like it's supposed to be like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. They're all the same size. Put one in. There's my dog Molly there. Okay, so I'm tightening down this cable clamp. Yes? So there's the cable clamp, and I'm going to finish tightening the screws down. Hey, why don't you get your bathing suit on and get Julian? Why not? Okay, so cable clamp is tight, that's not going anywhere. And I gotta put this thing on here now, which might not be possible with the cable clamp right there. Okay, what I've done is I've installed this grommet for the cable to come into the GFCI box here. It also completes the weather seal, so that way it won't get water in leakage. Now I'm going to tighten down this cable clamp to press against the cable so the cable is restricted in movement. And I'm going to do this, you know, alternate between the two sides to even out the tension. It also helps to press down a little bit, so that way it allows you to screw in a little bit more easily. Okay, so that's tight. Now you want to make sure that your weather strip here is lined up, because you don't want to install this and then it not be, you know, just like any gasket, if it's not lined up correctly it won't work. So that looks like it's pretty lined up. I'm going to attach the outer portion of this and make sure that it's connecting with the weather strip, which it is. Perfect. And I'm going to screw in these last two screws here, put them in, and because this is a weather strip on here, I'm going to do the same thing, which I alternate tightening in order to equalize the tension. And again, that's just like you would do on any gasket. And I'm probably just going to go enough till it's tight, not enough to break this plastic. But okay, there you go, it's tight. So here we have it. The buttons seem like they work. So I cut off the old GFCI, installed a new one that I got on Amazon for the saltwater system. I'm going to plug it in carefully over here. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you can see me here. GFCI complete. I got my outlet here, and I'm simply going to plug this in, and we're going to listen to see if this turns on. And it has turned on. As you can see, there's no flow from the pump through it. There's no pump flow, so therefore it's giving an error message. So I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to turn it back on, so that way you can again see it working. You hear that beep? That means it's turned on. Therefore, we have successfully fixed our saltwater system and where the GFCI got water in it because these these rubber protective covers are damaged. So water got in there. I don't know, it did something to the circuitry inside of it. And so like I said, $10 Amazon part, which is a new universal GFCI cord. You could use this for anything, not just a saltwater system. Make sure you look at the ratings to make sure it's 120 volt AC, how many amps it does. That's really important. Okay, we successfully fixed our saltwater system for my above ground pool. We replaced the faulty GFCI, the ground fault circuit interrupter, and we replaced it with this Tower brand GFCI. And hopefully it lasts, stands the test of time, not like this one did. But if it fails, it was an easy fix. We cut the wire. We took the 3 wires from the inside, connected them to this universal GFCI adapter, and now we should be protected. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn my pump on, turn the saltwater system on, because it's been sitting for a couple days with no saltwater system making chlorine. So I'm going to run it for at least 24 hours. And also I got to get in there and clean it because it's pretty dirty. Tools we used were wire stripper. I use these lock wire pliers, but you can use anything that cuts. You can use scissors. This is just what I had available to me in my toolbox. I used a knife to assist in cutting the cable. I needed a Phillips head screwdriver, and that's about it. So I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't read the instructions. So make sure you read the instructions. And let me turn this stuff on and see what happens. What's that? Yeah, hold on. I gotta put all this stuff up here. I just fixed